Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and some very shocking news. Infinity Ward has decided to bring supply drops into Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So Infinity Ward held another one of their live streams this afternoon, and while I didn't actually catch it personally, the internet has been filling me in all afternoon with a lot of the details, and I have just been sitting back and watching this all unfold. So one really cool thing to talk about from the live stream was the fact that throwback weapons are going to be returning to the game, of course, but they're going to be paying homage to previous games and even content creators, right? So we knew that there's going to be these throwback weapons in the game. They are going to be unlocked via prestiging. Every time you prestige in Infinite Warfare, you get this token, which you can use to unlock a classic throwback weapon from a previous Call of Duty game. Well, the Modern Warfare 2 Intervention is going to be in the game, and it's going to be returning as the TF-141. That's the name of the weapon, the TF-141, which is obviously paying respects to Task Force 141, and the SPAS-12 is also going to be returning, and they're going to be calling it the Ravage, which is absolutely amazing because this is obviously paying homage to a former Call of Duty YouTuber and current multi-game live streamer, Sandy Ravage. And just as a side note here, guys, his Spaztex 130 and Booster Justice videos were absolutely amazing back in the day. They've noticeably aged, but his videos were revolutionary for the time, and I would definitely recommend checking them out if you guys would like to see a bit of Call of Duty history. But back on topic, supply drops were also announced in the live stream. We're actually able to see them, and they're going to be in Infinite Warfare. You can buy them for money or keys that you earn by playing the game, very similar to the system that we have currently in Black Ops 3, and in fact, a common supply drop is 10 keys and a rare one is 30, the exact same system that we saw in Black Ops 3. The difference is, however, at this time, we have no reason to believe that there will be supply drop exclusive weapons like we saw in Black Ops 3, but rather, supply drops will drop weapon variants similar to what we saw in Advanced Warfare. Infinite Warfare is going to have a bunch of weapons, and all these weapons are going to have several variants, and these variants are going to vary by rarity. We're going to have common variants, rare variants, legendary, and epic variants, each of which will make small changes to the weapon's performance and give it neat perks, like the ability to earn a tactical nuke if you go on a 25 kill streak. The biggest difference that we're going to be seeing between the system that we saw in Advanced Warfare and the system that we will see in Infinite Warfare is the fact that we will have an in-game currency called Salvage in Infinite Warfare that will actually allow us to craft these weapon variants. Activision has released a statement on supply drops, and I will read that to you guys right now. There are a few ways to acquire salvage in-game, so the more you play, the more prototypes you can craft. You can earn salvage by ranking up in the mission team you are enlisted in, through supply drops, or by burning any duplicate items you may receive in a drop, and you will also be rewarded with salvage through daily login bonuses. Prototype weapons come in 4 levels of rarity: common, rare, legendary, and epic, and each includes its own combination of perks. The legendary and epic versions have the most sought after perks, providing players with new ways to compete. For example, equipping a weapon with the Atomizer Strike perk will award you with a tactical nuke following a 25 player kill streak. Multiplayer loot, including prototype weapons, can be obtained through supply drops by exchanging keys with the quick-witted cybernetic arms dealer who always has the latest in combat technology in stock, the Quartermaster. Players earn keys while playing multiplayer matches and completing in-game challenges. Well, I don't think this actually surprised many of us. I think a lot of us actually anticipated this happening, but it's definitely a bit depressing to see the supply drop model making a return for yet another Call of Duty game. We can take some solace, I suppose, in the fact that this is basically going to be like Advanced Warfare, which was a bit more fair than Black Ops 3 in my opinion, because while yes, we are getting special variants that are inherently better than their predecessors, at least we aren't locked off from using specific weapons entirely like we were in Black Ops 3, but make no mistake here, don't get me all wrong and twisted here, there is no fair way to have a supply drop model unless that supply drop model only gave camos and character customization pieces. If you start throwing in actual weapons which actually affect the gameplay, there's no way to possibly make that fair. We're going to have a system in Infinite Warfare that is going to be very similar to Advanced Warfare. We are going to be getting these weapon variants, and so just to throw a random weapon out there, right? Let's take like an AK-47, just a gun everybody knows, right? My AK-47 might be better than your AK-47 because I got lucky from a supply drop and I got the AK-47 super duper variant. variant, right? That is just something that could actually happen in Infinite Warfare. Now, the system that they have in place is you can actually craft any variant you want if you have salvage, but you get this salvage by either playing a bunch, or you can just say, okay, I'm just going to buy a bunch of supply drops and get a bunch of variants and salvage from the supply drop, right? It's definitely a pay to advance kind of a system, which is a bit more fair than what we've seen previously, but it's still not the most fair system in the world. I'm definitely a bit disappointed to hear about this, but I am happy to say that throwback weapons are going to be in the game, and to my understanding, they're not going to be in supply drops. They could be, right? They could be. They haven't said either way, but how you actually unlock the throwback weapons, like the Intervention, the Spaz 12, the Ripper, and so on, is actually going to be through prestige tokens. So once again, every time you prestige, you get one of these prestige tokens, and from there, you can choose a throwback weapon to actually unlock whenever you want to unlock it. Like, I think I'm going to unlock the Spaz 12 first, personally, because I think that sounds really, really cool. I can't wait to use the Ravage myself. But yeah, definitely a bit disappointing to see supply drops actually making a return just one day before the Infinite Warfare beta. And of course, if you guys actually want to play the Infinite Warfare beta, you can actually download it right now from the PlayStation Store if you pre-order the game digitally. And if you actually pre-ordered it at a retailer, a code to download the beta should have been emailed to you by now, I would assume, right? I've heard a lot of people telling me that they've gotten their codes already and that they've actually started downloading the game. The beta itself is actually going to go live tomorrow on October 14th at 10 a.m. Pacific. If you guys have been wondering exactly what time, it's not like a midnight release or anything like that. According to this, according to the PlayStation Store, it's going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific, and it will be available throughout the entirety of the weekend. Then it's going to go offline throughout the week, and then it's going to come up next weekend, where it will also be available for the Xbox One. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude this video. Supply drops and betas. Lots of news for Infinite Warfare. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. Drop me a rating, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.